Hi, my name is Michelle Dortignac and I am founder of Unnata Aerial Yoga. So as aerial yoga has been getting more and more popular and we are seeing more and more people out there doing it and teaching it and running teacher training courses, and it's really great to see how much it's blossomed and grown. So I've been getting more and more questions in terms of, well, what's the difference between Unnata and other types or other techniques and such like that. So I thought I would try to demonstrate for you today some of what makes Unnata unique and different from other styles or other people out there. And it really comes down to the breadth of expertise that we draw from within our teachers. So it's not just that, founder Unnata Aerial Yoga, Michelle Dortignac, comes up with things for people to do. It's that I have my own training background that in yoga that I will lend to how do we use the hammock, but then from there it can carry and develop through the teachers so that everyone gets to learn as a group and as a community, and we all grow and things transition over time. So it's never a stagnant practice. It's never something like whatever we did 10 years ago, we're doing the same thing now. It's continually evolving. And that evolution is coming from experienced and very educated and people who have a lot of practice of yoga under their belt to help contribute to that conversation. So let me give you a demo. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the evolution of a hip hang and coming into forearm stand using that. So I'm going to come into a standard position, and this is, something that everyone does, hanging from the hips. Now, when the legs are relaxed and dropped, sometimes that's a little too much pressure for students in the thigh, hip flexor area. So many people say, okay, lift the legs, so that it takes some of that pressure off. So this is where we're kind of starting from. Now, this is what I see out there in the internet, is things that other people are doing, is they'll have students hook the feet, right? Hooking the feet like this. Now, this is not necessarily wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong. But you're basically still in the hip hang, and what's supporting you is this. Feet aren't really doing much for you, but maybe for students they feel more comfortable because it feels like they have more of their body connected or touching the fabric, so it feels safer in some way. So here we go, doing things like this. And then I've seen people starting to come into forearm stand using the hammock in this way, where the knees stay kind of bent in towards the chest, and the thigh bones, as you can see here, are parallel to the floor. And by hooking the feet in this way, then maybe we'll come into stretching through one leg and keeping the one knee bent. Maybe I'll stretch through the other leg, and then I'll have to sort of let it slide around and find, it sort of around my legs this way. And as you can see, it's starting to pop off my hips and coming down to my knees. And the only way for me to really get the hips up is to tuck the knees in, right? Or somehow do that action of pushing a leg towards the floor, right? So to get out of this now, I got to roll out. And that's the kind of thing I'm seeing, and that's certainly a valuable way to use the hammock as a way to something to press down on to get the hips up. But coming from a yoga background, I understand that partly what I'm working on with the yoga asanas is not just physical and training my muscles, but it's also energetic. And one of the things I want to really connect with is a contraction of pelvic floor muscles and the energy around the Muladhara chakra, and helping that energy to not only to recognize it, but also to get that to rise. So, or at least to have the access to having it rise. So the way that we do it in Unnata is, instead of hooking the feet, we're going to engage the pelvic floor. We're going to try and tuck the tailbone under. I'm actually, rather than pulling the tailbone back and trying to bring the knees towards my chest, I'm going to go the opposite way. I'm going to try and push the pubic bone against the hammock, and my feet are totally free of the fabric. My knees are now, instead of parallel to the ground, right? My thigh bones being parallel to the ground, my thighs are actually vertical, and my knees are pointing to the ceiling. And here I'm, stuck, and the fabric isn't sliding because of all the action I'm doing, and the action that it's taking, right? That energy, quality. Now, here's the part where I'm saying that we have a wealth of experience and expertise of teachers helping out. So this is basically where I started with my expertise, but then we had other teachers come in and explain, hey, what if we walked backwards a little bit and allowed ourselves to really rely on the hammock, pressing the hamstrings to prevent you from falling over,
And then you can actually really get that sense of more verticality for the spine as well, not just in the legs. And we're still using and engaging the muscles in the same way. And now I'm really practicing forearm stand. And if I really, really want to do it, then the evolution came into getting my knees to squeeze together. Now, all these muscular actions are things you'd want to do without the hammock. And that's the whole point for us in terms of how to use this prop as something to understand your yoga asana on the floor and also the energy body. It's the evolution, the drawing from our expertise, and also the way we use the hammock. Okay, so that was our hip hang into forearm stand, and hopefully that made it a little clearer for you, some of the differences between Unnata yoga teachers and how we think and use the hammock and whatever else may be out there under the umbrella of aerial yoga.